Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
My mother.
Margo, you look. Nick? Yeah, you look alright. what I love about marriage is this, is that it gives us an excuse to celebrate love with the people we love, with wine and with dancing. It gives us a chance to celebrate exuberance. I think there are rare other occasions to gather, community together to celebrate such guiding and wonderful virtues for all of us to live by. Today, we are here to participate in Nick and Margot's love for each other. And yet I feel it necessary to ask the question, what does it even mean in the first place to celebrate love? As people, I think we have a hard time articulating answers to the big questions of life, especially the question of love. We can't solve it in a math equation. We can't prove it logically. And yet we know it when we see it. I would bet that the thumbprint of love is on each and every one of our lives. I believe that the easiest way to answer questions about love is simply to tell stories about it. And the stories we tell each other then define the ways in which we love the people around us. On one hand, the world we live in tells us a story that so often tempts us to think about love as only an ideal. That is, a guide above us that stands unchanged by time or space or situation. But I want us to consider this, that when love simply becomes an ideal, how can it give us hope when it seems that we live in such an unideal world? As sentimental and as wonderful as idyllic love can be, can it really transform the way in which Margot and Nick love each other? I believe that fate presents us with a different story. It doesn't present us with ideal love. Instead, it presents us with a person, Jesus. The story of Jesus shows us a kind of love that is, I believe, unusual by today's standards because he did not come for love's sake. Instead, he came for our sake. In other words, Jesus does not separate the notion of love from the people he loves. People and love are inseparable in God's eyes. They are married, if you will. The story of God's love for us makes love personal. It says that love has become the person next to us who is willing to identify with imperfect people. Love, in other words, isn't an idea. Love is a person. And with this divine example, it is not love that you are celebrating today. It is love. And likewise, Margot. It is not love that you are celebrating today. It is Nick. Right? The idea and the person never be separated. Nick and Margot, it is my prayer today that as long as you both shall live, you will not think of love without also thinking of your lover's face. It is that type of love that I believe can last. It is that type of love that I believe can safeguard your worries against the changing and tumultuous times in which you will grow old and raise a family together. Nick, Margot will change. Likewise, Margot, Nick will change. And let me tell you a secret, both of you won't always age like wine. Life will give you ample circumstances to estrange you from the love that you are professing today. But take heart and be confident in this, is that when you stretch out your hand in need of each other, you will find that the story of love for love's sake to have been wrong. It is not for love's sake that Nick holds Margot. It is for your sake. And likewise, Nick, it's not for love's sake that Margot holds you. It is for your sake. That is the personal and intimate story of love that God inspires us to pursue. And that is a story that I hope unfolds in the wedding, the marriage, and the love that you guys will profess today. God bless. It's at this time that we are going to step into what's called the betrothal vows. The betrothal vows are followed with a simple I will. Now, let me explain that these vows aren't between Nick and Margot. Marriage doesn't exist unto itself. It exists in connection with family. So these vows, they are taking with all of you today because they need all of you support them. Now, Margot, God, would you mind giving your okay? You can hold hands. Nick, is it your will to have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the bond of marriage? Is it your will to love her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? Margot, is it your will to have this man to be your husband, to live together in the bond of marriage? Is it your will to love him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, to be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? At this point in time, Nick and Margot have selected 3 readings that they believe represent the love that they share for each other. I'm going to ask Jeff Main to come up and do the first reading out of Song of Solomon.
This is from the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 6 and 7. It says, "Place me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. For love is as strong as death, its jealousy as enduring as the grave. Love flashes like fire, the brightest kind of flame. But many waters cannot quench this love, nor can rivers drown it. If a man tried to buy love with all of his wealth, his offer would be scorned."
Thank you. At this time, Tricia is going to read a reading out of Ruth.
A reading from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. But Ruth replied, "Don't ask me to leave you and turn back. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord punish me severely if I allow anything but death to separate us." Thanks be to God.
And last, Claudia is going to do a reading out of Shakespeare's Sonnet 43. Elizabeth Mary Browning, Sonnet 43.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need, by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears, and all of my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
Thank you for those beautiful readings. At this time, we are going to come to our wedding vows, Nick and Margaret. This is between both of you. Please repeat after me. I'm going to take 2 or 3 words at a time. Nick, I'll begin with you. I, Nick. Take you, Margot. To be my wife. To have and to hold from this day forward. For better or for worse. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. To love and to cherish. From this day forward. Until death. Margot. I, Margot, take you, Nick, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from this day forward, until death do us part. Another way Nick and Margot want to celebrate their love is, you'll notice behind me is a tree. And so what they wanted to do is they wanted to plant a tree so that as they watch it grow and flourish, so too would their marriage grow and flourish. So at this point in time, they're going to plant a tree along with their parents. Who is in a relationship? Neither. Neither. That's good. That bodes well. That's going to go fantastic. Yes, we'll pray that God makes that a very, very good dream. Okay, so at this time, may I have the ring? These rings are a lasting and enduring symbol of the love that Nick and Margot share with each other. Having no beginning and no end, so too, Margot and Nick's love has no beginning and no end. Nick and Margot, you are going to take your ring vows now. Nick, I'm going to begin with you. Please take Margot's ring. And repeat after me as you place it on her hand. Margot, receive and wear this ring as a symbol of my trust, my respect, and my love for you. All right, Margot, please repeat after me. Nick. Receive and wear this ring as a symbol of my trust, my respect, and my love for you. Now comes the fun part. Nick and Margot, because of your desire to be married today before friends and family, and because of the vows that you have taken today, it is my pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. It is my pleasure to give to you, for the first time, Nick and Margot Rossi. Let's celebrate. That there is cocktail hour in the great hall, as well as air conditioning. Please feel free to retire there. The bride and groom and their families are going to take pictures for a while. So please enjoy. Have a great day.
Bye.